Dear students, in this video 3, I'm going to give a lecture on computer register, which is the part of subject computer organization and architecture. In this lecture, I'm going to cover the following point. At the beginning, we'll be studying what do you mean by computer register. After that, we'll be studying why there is a need of computer registers. Then what are the list of computer registers for basic computer, its function, its size, and its purpose. And three main registers will be discussed in brief. That is a program counter, instruction register, table register, and questions are shared with you. Dear students, as all of you know, the computer instructions are normally stored in consecutive memory locations. And these computer instructions are executed one at a time in a sequential manner, that is one by one. Whenever the question arises about the control of reading an instruction from a specific address in memory, then accordingly, as per the control signal, it performs its execution. After that, it then continues reading one by one the remaining instructions in a sequential manner, and at the end, it goes and accordingly all instruction gets executed and that particular program gets over. Now, what is the need of computer register? The computer needs the processor registers for performing manipulation, processing of the data, and a register for holding a memory address. As all of you know that the memory address is held by the register as its content, and these requirements dictate the configuration of the registers. In the next PPT, I'm going to give you the table where the list of basic registers for list of computer registers for basic computer keys are listed with a brief description and its function and the number of bits that they contain. Now, what are the list of computer registers which are required for the basic computer? So this table 1 shows you the computer register symbol DR, AR, AC, IR, PC, TR, INPR out of out of which three registers I'm going to give you in brief details. For example, the DR stands for the data register, which has the size of 16 bits to be stored. Now, what is the function of DR? It holds the memory operand. Second register that is called as ER. It is a 12-bit address register. The function of this particular register is to keep address for the memory. Second, third is AC stands for accumulator, which is a 16-bit register, which is called as the processor register. It stores the result of the processing of any instruction. Next register is the IR. It is an instruction register. Next fifth one, it is PC. It stands for program counter, which is a 12-bit register which holds address of next instruction to be executed. There is a next register called as TR, which is a 16-bit temporary register. We'll be discussing in detail on TR. And second last, it is an input register that is called as INPR. It is always 8-bit, which keeps the temporary, which keeps the input character which we have entered. And lastly, there is the out R, which is 8-bit output register, which holds the output character to be sent out. So this particular table is very important, which is very useful for memorizing the list of basic computer registers. Next, you studied the DR, AC, IR, TR, and AR. Now let us see one of the register called as program counter in brief. Program counter holds the address of the next instruction to be read from the computer memory after the current execution of the instruction is on. Instruction words are always read and executed in a sequential manner unless there is a branch instruction which is encountered for further instruction to be executed. When there is a case such like that, a branch instruction calls for a transfer to a non-consecutive instruction in the program. The address part of a branch instruction which is transferred to a program counter to become the address of the next instruction to be executed in case of the basic computer. Now question arises how to read the instruction. To read the instruction, memory read cycle is internally initiated and the program counter is incremented by 1 so that next instruction to be executed it is fetched from the computer memory. Now we will be discussing the next two registers. One is IR and second one is a TR. The long form of IR, it is nothing but instruction register. This register can only be loaded, but this IR register cannot be incremented, nor its contents are cleared or it is cleared to zero. Its output, which is used to generate DIs and TIs in the form of control signal in memory control, which will be discussed later. TR. TR is another register whose name is a temporary register. This is one of the important registers. When there is a situation something like that the CPU uses this register to store intermediate results of the operations. Dear students, many times in a computer programming, when calculating something like some results, then there is a production of what intermediate results as a result of various operations. And the CPU use this temporary register to store the intermediate results. It is not accessible by any external programs, but it is loaded, incremented, and cleared like other register. Dear students, I am going to share three questions. Question number one, what is the purpose of the computer register? Question number two, explain various types of the computer registers. Question number three, write notes on program counter, input register, output register. Thank you, dear students, for any support or any help. You can call me